It's early September, summer has just about arrived back again, and that means it's BMW Eco time. Now, as you know, this is built around the GS range of bikes, which means there's a lot of gravel involved. So I was desperate to go, but unfortunately, I think I was washing my hair or something, so Harry had to go. Harry,
yes.
Was it as good as it always is? A proper event, isn't it?
You know what, it's an annual event, and BMW pull out all the stops. The organisation is incredible, and you get, I think that's 720 people there, 650 bikes, and then obviously with the pillions.
Passengers, yeah.
And it's just, I mean, the organisation is second to none. This was down in the Free State this time, just near Blum. So they try and take you to a new place every year, and their thing is they're taking you somewhere that you might not have gone before. I mean, I've passed through Blum countless times, but I've never stopped and got off into the countryside. It wasn't the best venue, in my opinion, because there was a lot of flat-out, just straight gravel roads, because it is so very flat out there. And it's not my favourite kind of riding. I do prefer the slower, more technical stuff, because even though you can still fall off, and I will admit that right now, I did fall off.
That's part of the fun, isn't it?
They call it fun. I'm not sure if it actually is fun.
So, just out of interest, what bike were you riding at?
I was on the GS Adventure, which is...
That must have been easy to pick up.
Oh, absolutely. I stood by it and waited for somebody else to come along and help me, and they did. And that is the other beautiful thing about the event, is that it's not an ego thing. You know, you go along, you have a go. If you fail or you muck it up, there's somebody there to help you pick it up.
And there's no pressure to do those really ridiculous routes, is there?
We did like an orange route, and then there's a red loop going off that, which actually went up probably the only mountain in the Free State. But it was a hideously rocky and slippery and thing, and we had not the best tyres for it. We had the road tyres on. But the bike got up there with the juggling of the tyre pressures, and like I say, if you're uncomfortable in any situation, you just turn to the guy next to you and say, look, please, would you take it up? And they're happy to, and it's not a case of, oh, well, you couldn't do it.
Yeah,
it's, you know, but it did. It took me to places which I've never been before, and, OK, you know, these long, flat-out sort of stretches of gravel.
A little bit worrying. It can go wrong quite quickly, can't it?
Yeah, and you're going quickly when it goes wrong. That's the thing, which is, like I said, that I kind of like the more technical stuff, which is a bit slower.
So tell me about the event then. I believe you spoke to the marketing dude at BMW. Is it going to be the same all the time, or is there going to be a future for this event?
Well, yeah, I did have an interview with Greg Kutzia, who's the marketing manager of BMW Motorrad. Just have a look at this and see what he's got to say about the event going forward. So, Greg, another fantastic event. Are you pleased with the way it's gone?
It went exceptionally well. We've had some great feedback from not only the customers that attended, our dealers have also come back this morning saying, what a great event.
Now, this was the 4th year, I believe, that this event's happened.
That's correct.
Are you going to develop the event for future years, or is it just going to stay the same kind of format? Is there anything you can do to make it better?
Well, I think getting more diverse routes, just offering more for the riders that attend. But we've got a working recipe. What we would try and do is grow the numbers.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people coming to us after the events, after the registration closed, wanting to attend, where they were just not quick enough off the button. But we need to take into consideration that we need to accommodate everybody, we need to feed everybody, and we don't want to impact too much on the surrounding areas with all the riding that gets done.
That's what I was going to ask, because obviously you want to... There were 650 bikes there, which is an impressive number by any means, but that's by no means the entire population of GSs that's out there. So how do you get new guys involved without alienating the diehards who've been to every single one?
Well, we've got the GS population that's, as you say, that comes to the GS Eco event. What we do want to look at in the future is potentially more brand events. So including not only the GS riders, but the guys that buy our RTs, our S1000RRs, our R90s, get them to the brand events as well, so that they can also share in the excitement and what we have on offer.
Well, that's really interesting. Well, Greg, thanks for your time and thanks for the event. It was spectacular. And back to the studio. So there you have it. Looks like the future is bright for the GS Eco for many years to come.
OK, moving swiftly on to something completely different, and it is different. We have a new addition, as you can plainly see, to the bike show's long-term test fleet. Now, it's not your usual superbike or mad horsepower kind of thing. This is Yamaha's Tricity, a 125cc, 4-stroke commuting scooter with, and you might have noticed, two wheels at the front.
The Yamaha Tricity. Now, the three-wheel concept, it's not a new one in South Africa, but it's the first time here that it's been so affordable. Under 50,000 for this bike. Okay, it's got a 125cc engine, so it's not going to be a road burner, but it offers all the fun of a two-wheel bike with the added safety benefits of having two wheels up the front, making it a three-wheeler. Now, over the next couple of months, we're going to be seeing if it really does do what it says on the tin, if it does offer those benefits in the real world. And the first one that we're going to try today, and maybe the most important, is can you lane split on a bike like this with the added width of the two wheels at the front?
And as you can see, it's absolutely no problem. What you've got to remember is that the width of this bike is actually no greater than any of Yamaha's big superbikes or their big adventure bikes, so it's never going to be a problem to get through the traffic. Look, it's only got 11 brake horsepower, so it's not going to be a rocket ship, but as you can see, you can get away from the traffic, get ahead of them and be safe on your own bit of road. It might look a bit strange, even a bit weird depending on your viewpoint, but get used to it, because at this price and with this practicality and safety, you're going to be seeing a lot more of these on the roads of South Africa.
So they're not telling porkies then, it definitely is just as wide as a normal scooter. You can lane split easily.
I mean, it's perfect. You actually don't realise there are two wheels at the front. When you're sitting on it, you might as well be on an ordinary two-wheeler. It's very impressive.
It's not the most exciting product that we've ever tested. I don't think we'll be wheeling it, but it's quite possibly the most useful product we've been testing, and I look forward to seeing how it gets on with life at the bike show over the next 3 or 4 months. But stay there. We'll be back after another ad break with this fella going around a track faster than ever before.
Still not that fast.